Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Vrijanayandana Yashodanandana Vrijanayandana Yashodanandana Vrijanayandana Yamuna Tira Vanadati Yamuna Tira Vanadati Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shudhari Bhajadeshatani Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once upon a time, what happened? There was a potter. Potter means he makes pots. So he made 4 pots with all whatever he had. Some money he had, he invested, made 4 pots. So he planned out, he was dreaming, I'll sell these 4 pots, I'll get money. With that I will make 6 pots, then I'll make 8 pots, and like that I'll become millionaire, I'll become crorepati. He was planning like this. And then after that what will happen? I'll have a lot of money, I'll marry a girl, and if she doesn't obey me, I'll kick her like this. He was just in dreaming, and he kicked her. All the 4 pots broke. His business is over. So, the material scientists are also like this. You know, here it is clearly said, what is said in the Brahma Samhita, that Agni means fire, everybody knows. Mahi means earth. Agni, Mahi, Gagana means the sky, ether. Marut means the in charge of the air. Agni, Mahi, Gaganam, Marut. Ambu, Jal, Neer, Sarir, Vayu, Ambu. This is water. So we have water, we have earth, we have fire, then we got sky, and then all the 5 elements are over, and then earth, water, fire, air, ether. And the next we say there is Disha, the directions, and then the soul, then the mind, and the time. So there are totally 5 plus time, directions, mind, and time. So these 9 elements, is that everything is constituted, soul, mind, everything. These are the 9 elements this whole creation is there. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says what? Bhumi apo analo vayu kam mano buddhi evacha ahankar ityam me bhinna prakriti ashtadha. So same way here that 3 subtle elements have been summarized into activities of the mind, and then he has brought out time, and he has brought out the soul also to complete, and the directions to complete the whole picture. And all of them He says, I worship Govinda because all these things are coming from Govinda, going back to him. Many times when devotees came to Prabhupada, Prabhupada used to tell them, encourage them, you argue like the atheist, so that I can convince all your doubts. Sometimes they used to say, you say, a life came from God, but then we see it has come from chemicals. Prabhupada said, wait a minute. First, we don't agree chemicals can make life. Even then, from where the chemicals have come? Why you start the story somewhere in the middle? Why don't you say from where it has come? Why did you go to the origin? Correct? Here it is clearly Krishna is saying earth, water, air, fire, everything is coming from him. Brahma, the great authority, is giving certificate. Everything is coming out of Krishna. So then everything is very fine. But they will not understand this. And then they will keep daydreaming like this, and whatever resources God has given, that also they will kick one day. That's what it is happening. We have earth. They have made so many movies on this. We have beautiful earth. But what state this earth is today, it is slowly becoming inhabitable. The humankind, mankind, is kicking away whatever it has, with whatever it can do. And even if, and how much they accuse God of not helping them. Once Shiva and Parvati were walking on the road, like ordinary people, dressed like ordinary family. And there was a beggar who was begging. So Parvati told her husband, why don't you help him? Poor fellow looks so. He said, even if I help him, he will not be able to take the benefit. He says, okay, that we will see later. You give him something, poor fellow looks so poor. So okay, he gave him a watermelon, and inside was full with money. Inside it was full of money. Outside it's because it's a mistake, he can do that. A watermelon. But if you open inside, it is full of money. 1,000 rupees are there. He gave him watermelon. So the beggar saw watermelon, what is the use of this watermelon? He sold it to somebody 2 rupees, take this watermelon. Like that. So God's gift may be there, but you don't have brain to see how is He helping us. Actually, more than we need, supply is coming from God. Abundant supply. There is no shortage in the kingdom of God. But it is we who mismanage. It is we. Sometimes people say this shortage, that problem, that problem. You are messing up. Otherwise, He has given enough resources. When Prabhupada was in a country and he said, just like Bangalore is presently not become like that, but slowly it will become after some time. People will travel all the way to Padubidri to work. You will see after 20 years it will happen. Now it is slowly shaping into a city like we have in Bombay. People travel 2 hours just to work. Prabhupada was in a country and he says, look how unfortunate it is. So much land I can see. They can grow some food and peacefully live. But they will not do that. They will not do that. They will travel all the way for hours altogether. Why earth is there, you grow some crop, have some cow, all your economic need is over. So-called economics and so much anxiety people have. How am I going to fill my belly? All that anxiety is over. Actually, birds are not so much in anxiety. Have you seen any bird in anxiety? Morning they go, morning they go to the top of the tree. Suppose you throw some grains on the road. The bird comes, eat 1 grain, 2 grain, belly is filled, goes away. And it's not worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow we will see tomorrow. A man will take the whole bag, everything he will take and run away. So the amount of peace animals are living today, it is more than us. And the amount of, I always give an example. When I was studying in my school, so in my house a small cat was there. I just look at the cat and say, what a life. I have so much anxiety, I have to pass so many exams, cat has to pass any exam. Whole day peacefully sitting. So actually if you minutely study, animals are having more peaceful life than us today. The amount of anxiety we are having is much, much more. God has given Agni, Vahi, Ambu, Marud, Shasha, everything He has given. It's not that the Father will not supply, He has supplied enough. Prabhupada said there is no question of any shortage in kingdom of God. Not possible. is supplied ample, but we are responsible for mismanagement. And that we cannot put the blame on him. Actually, even in life, a devotee sees life in a different way from a karmi. The karmi, he looks at the life with a sense of enjoying. Just like that man was kicking him. If my wife doesn't listen to me, I'll kick her like this. So we all plan to enjoy this world, control this world. And when you plan with your so-called fantasies, the world does not respond to you, sir. It is not made for your pleasure. It is not made for your pleasure. I go and I'll kick somebody like this. It is not made for your pleasure. You get into trouble. But if you think, a devotee, how does it look? So therefore, for a materialist person, there is so much depression in this world. Prabhupada, whenever he used to see any of his disciples sitting in front of him sad, Prabhupada used to say, I order you to become happy. Why you should be sad? Sad means Maya. Immediately Maya. There can be no justifiable reason for anybody to be sad. If he's sad, he's mad, that's all. He's mad. We don't give any sentimental support to it. He's a mad man. There is no reason to be sad in this world. Why? As if God is not doing something. That is why the atheists pick all those reasons. If your God is there, why is somebody suffering? There is no suffering. That idiot is suffering, that's all. There is no suffering which is possible in this world. There is no suffering actually. But we make a situation into suffering. Just like that Shiva, he gave a watermelon, all blessing is there, but he makes, what is this, only 2 rupees worth. He's not understanding what blessing is lying inside that. So in every situation, what blessing is lying inside, you have no capacity to understand. A devotee sees, just like a karmi, a devotee when he sees a situation, he looks at a situation and he's alert every moment. Devotee is very alert. For what? An opportunity to serve Krishna. He is very alert. A karmi is very alert for an opportunity for sense gratification. He gets an opportunity for sense gratification. His whole eye is open. Correct? But devotee, same way he is alert. But he is alert for what purpose? I got a chance to serve Krishna. Just like in a garden, a beautiful rose is there. A karmi, I can enjoy this. They nicely smell it. But devotee, I can offer it to Krishna. He is also alert. We are not Mayavadi that we throw the variety. No. We are looking at the variety for an opportunity to serve Krishna. Therefore, the variety will not bite a devotee. We do not bewilder. A Mayavadi is scared. An impersonalist is scared of the varieties because he becomes enchanted by that. Devotee is protected. Because even if he looks at variety, he thinks how it can be offered for Krishna's pleasure. Therefore, he is protected. Correct? A Mayavadi, you give him all the items we eat, no? Sweet is there, this is there. Above Maya, he doesn't eat that actually. Impersonal is cool, they don't eat all these delicious dishes. They will say mix it all together. Sweet, salt, everything they mix together. They eat like that. Because they are scared to get attracted to the food. A devotee, he offers to the Lord. In fact, a devotee always sees, what am I doing? I am not doing proper service. I should offer to the Lord this also. You have seen Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's the only literature where Prasadam is described in 100 shlokas. You see? Detailed description. That was there and that was also put. And why so many details? Yes, for Krishna's pleasure. Now you serve Krishna without pleasure. Huh? That's why some people in some temples you see, they put some chadar on Krishna. We don't do like that. Whatever we can afford, we put some jewelry, this, that. We decorate Krishna with all variety. So some people when they think about spiritual life, they are so dull, they think of spiritual life without variety. No. We think of you making a painting of Krishna, put some color. Why put some color? Put it properly. No? Everything that is there, Agni, Mahi, Ambu, Marut, this Krishna, offered to Krishna. No. It is a variety. Creation of Krishna. Offered to Krishna with variety. So when you embrace this phenomenon, that means offer to Krishna with variety service, the variety of the material world will not bite you. Okay? Just like you beautifully decorate the deities. Look at the beautiful form of the deities. The so-called beauty of the world will not interest you. Yeah? Look at the beautiful form of the Lord. The heart is satisfied. But if you avoid the beauty of the Lord, the variety, spiritual variety, real variety of the Lord, then you will be enchanted by this so-called packets and urine of this world. So we have, even the material variety is not material. When it is offered to Krishna, it becomes spiritual. And then just like a prasadam, it is also very beautiful. So many things are there in it. We say people take prasadam. Right? There is Maya. Impersonally we say that is Maya. It's not Maya, sir. It is offered to Krishna. It is Krishna mercy now. It is no longer Maya. So variety, when it offered for Krishna's pleasure, will not distract you. Will rather give you peace. Correct? The same way when the deities are decorated with varieties of flowers, like in festivals, with the best of dresses, and it's the same thing. It gives so much peace and happiness to us. But the same variety, just like people watch movies and serials for what? If you at this time, we always joke, switch off all the TVs. You see, crowd will be a mob. We can't handle in this small place. Why? People are enchanted by variety of Maya. Their also effort is put. Just like we are decorating the temple, they are also decorating. But they are decorating so-called packets of stool and urine. Hero is nothing but a packet of stool and urine. And they decorate them, paint them nicely. And put so much light. We also put light, same thing they are also doing. And finally they try to attract you, enchant you. And you get enchanted. And you think there is happiness there. You are getting cheated. There is no happiness there, advertisement. And you get lost. So therefore we should understand actually that real satisfaction can come by service to the Lord. There is artificial civilization this has created such an anxiety of life. Now there was one saint at one time, and Alexander went to him. The story Alexander and the saint. Okay. So what happened was, when he went, that saint, he wanted to offer something to the saint. Can I offer you something? The saint was very peaceful. He said, Alexander again said to him, can I give you something? The saint said, can you just move from the direction of sun so that you don't obstruct sunlight? I'm satisfied. By God's gift, the person should be satisfied. You see? You understand? Alexander did not understand he's blocking the sunshine when he was shouting at you. Do you want? I don't know anything. I'm fully satisfied. Don't block the sunshine. Please move away. Get lost. So actually a person can be fully satisfied just by the natural gifts of the Lord. That is what civilization has to move in the direction. Let us be fully satisfied. There's a proper source in the Krishna book. When Nanda Maharaj is there and the whole the place is, the natural gifts person should be satisfied. God has given. Just little effort is there. You have to go and pluck that fruit. Little effort is there. You have to milk the cow. Okay? You have to go and harvest, put some seeds. Seeds you didn't design. It's already there. Don't waste your time. It's so-called Ugra Karma. I gave you that example before. When proper time, one Russian scientist was talking about how from the sun all now everything is gone. Coal is finished. Oil is finished, everything is finished now, wood is finished, everything is gone. In fact, somebody has made a nice small 3 minutes cartoon how mankind after some time will just they will sit on a throne, but all around is only garbage. Just like in Bangalore, they are struggling to clean the garbage. Nothing will remain of the earth, only garbage will remain. And then within that garbage, one throne is there, and one man is sitting with a crown. See what I did? I destroyed everything, So that is what the situation man is having. Actually, the fact is, the gifts of God are enough. That's what you see in the Krishna book. People are living with cows, lakhs of millions of cows, and we see they are living with an agriculture, with all what nature gives. Nature gives pearls, yes, they take that. Not your excavations of 500 meters below. Like today, people used to live bank of the river, so they don't have to dig so much. Basically, the point was, live in a way that material anxieties are finished easily. So that, for what? I save time for understanding this kind Lord which has provided me all these things. Okay? We don't have to work ourselves up into creating so much unnecessary things which will waste my valuable energy. Some people say, why did Vedavyasa did not create iPhone? Or if he is so intelligent, he can write all this literature. And why did he create iPhone? The point, he knows you will harm yourself by it rather than benefit you. He knows that. Otherwise he can create anything. The mankind today, whatever it is creating, whatever amenity is there which is created, its values the way it is used, not the object it's per se. And it is wasted actually. Rather people harm themselves by all these things. So therefore the humankind need to come to the platform of simple living and high thinking, and wherein they can use every facility which is given, they can use. So a man has to develop this actually. He has to develop gratitude, like Brahma is showing. Agni, Mahi, everything Krishna has given. Develop gratitude. And in Kali Yuga, to surrender to the Lord, to develop gratitude, the first thing person should develop dependence and take shelter of the holy name of the Lord. That is where you can be saved. Prabhupada writes in one letter to the devotees. He writes to them, see, I have given you this Hare Krishna mantra. If you people don't chant your rounds and take shelter of this mantra, your next alternative, sure alternative, is fall down. If you don't follow what I say, which I say repeatedly, how can I help you? Prabhupada is saying in one letter, very carefully right. So all of us should understand that with the tricks of Maya, all these gifts have come from the Lord. But Maya makes it look independent of the Lord. Now sometimes they say, scientists, so much study we are doing of grass. One scientist said, don't you think this grass is important? So much studies we do. We have hundreds of books in our library just on the grass. So Prabhupada said, very nice. You study grass, but how many books you have about the creator of grass? None. That is the education we have to. Hours are spent teaching us how grass is made. There is buffalo grass, there is this grass, there is this grass, and people break their head understanding how, the variety and nature of grass, but they are not interested. They rather disconnect the grass from the Lord and the study. That's the difference from Brahma Samhita. It is also talking about the metal energy in connection with Krishna. What it is saying? All these facilities are coming from God, and finally Krishna one day when he destroys the world withdraws into himself. That Govinda who does it, I worship. So Vedas also study material creation, but they study it never independent of God. That is where actually the real difference comes between spirituality and science today. In spirituality, we study matter, we study soul, we study God. We study three things. And matter for us, little, as much as we need. Focus is soul and God. But in the material science today, we study only matter. And the joke is, when these scientists try to explain, what do? When they try to explain something where soul and God is involved, they look mad. The same scientist, which is so expert in making iPhone, but in argument where he tries to defy principles of soul and God, looks ludicrous, even mad actually. They say your happiness is nothing, some chemical reaction. They say, chemicals suddenly came and life on. Have anybody seen it? Suddenly in a pond, somebody came out, outside their house, a pond was there. Suddenly one man came out. How it happened inside evolution? Mad or what? Actually they look thoroughly, not only mad, it is called pramata, totally mad. When they try to talk about something which involves something other than matter. There was one person. What happened? He had a headache, acute headache. I told the story. Such an headache that actually it can be, he doesn't know the solution. Now we find many people like that. Some people we find they have a headache, unknown headache, and no cause for it. Some migraine they have, something, hardware, some problem in their face, constant pain there. So what happened that, if no doctor was able to solve, and one day one person came, some saintly person. So he said, what to do, can you help me, my headache is. I said, okay, you have one solution. What? You see only green color. You should not see any color other than green. If you see that, you will get a headache. Take it. So what he did actually, he said, okay, he was a king. He was a rich man. So what he did, all the curtains, carpet, everything he put green. And his cloth also green. He painted himself also green. Just like in Holi we do, we put green color. So after 6 months that saint came to meet him, they took a bucket of green color and put on his head also, his servants, before he entered the palace. He was so irritated, and he went to the man. He said, are you mad or what? No, see, what you are telling mad, no headache. What you told is perfect, no headache now. Why you say I am mad? What is the other thing you could have done? Very easy thing. Wear green goggles. Instead of painting all walls, carpet green, simply green goggles you could have worn. So similarly, these scientists look mad like this man. They are trying to turn the whole world to matter, which is not the truth. There is consciousness. We have it, we are aware. Is an atom aware? Is the electron aware? Electron is aware, I am existing. Even big scientists have agreed there is no symptom of life. Neil Bohr says there is no symptom of life anywhere, wherever we see. In carbon, what does the body has? Bones, okay? Skull. Is it alive? Everything is dead. But I am alive. I am conscious. So like that madman, we are trying to convert everything to matter. And it looks foolish actually. It is not possible. So therefore, we have to have a correct picture. Just like in this, not only it makes Agni, Mahi, Ambo, Baru, Dishasha, it talks about Atma, the soul. And the science has no conception. So they have to actually, instead of becoming proud, they have to become humble. The reason is they are proud. They made iPhone, they are very proud. We proved everything. What you proved everything? You only know something of matter. You know nothing of soul and nothing of God. And which is more important. Actually, compared to all these things, the knowledge of soul and God is extremely important, and which is missing in a society today.